Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm Joseph Novichkov, Senior Trading Manager with GDM. Today's session outlook, firstly we're going to start with the Asian markets, slightly higher on Thursday after major US indices had a banner session, of course, to hit record highs overnight ahead of the European Central Bank's last interest rate decision for the year. As you can see, the Chinese shares were lower, with the Shanghai Composite closing down about 0.2% or about 6.5 points down at 3215.71, and the Shenzhen Composite off about 0.62% or 12.95 points at 2077.37. Japan's third quarter economic growth was revised down to 1.3% year on year, of course, for the preliminary reading of 2.2%. Japan's benchmark, as we can see in the results, 268.78 points to the upside, and that's about 1.45% despite the fact of a stronger yen. And of course, while we're at it, it was trading at 1.1346 or about 0.2% up versus the dollar in early European session. Of course, this is comparing to levels above 114 yesterday. Shares in Europe were higher in morning trade on Thursday as investors awaited the announcement from the president of the European Central Bank, Mario Draghi, on further monetary stimulus. We can see the European Stock 600 index just slightly 0.06% up, or that's about 22 of the point to the north, and this is basically of most of the involved companies that were trading flat within the stock 600. And we can see the FTSE is down 5 points or about 0.07%. Elsewhere in Europe, the DAX 30 is down from yesterday's gains, but still up 28.05 points or about 0.26% up. The euro held firm near a 3-week high versus the dollar on Thursday as investors turned their attention to the European Central Bank's policy meeting. This is later in the day. And of course, as the greenback has dragged down by the drop in US bond yields, we can see that the euro has been the main focus for traders this week. After, of course, we see the unfortunate Prime Minister Matteo Renzi that he also said that he will resign after suffering a strong defeat in the referendum on constitutional reforms. We can see the euro is edging up against the dollar 0.4% or about 45 pips at 1.0792. This is after gaining 0.3% on the previous session. It was trading, of course, within sight on Monday's peak of 1.0797, its highest since November 15. Sterling is also trading slightly higher versus the dollar, 0.5% to the upside at 1.2671 or about 50 pips up, and this is on weaker dollar. Gold, however, is slightly higher as well, 0.02% versus the denominated dollar, of course, and it was higher with almost 20 cents up at 1175.70. This is down from the 0.4% gain in the previous session. Oil prices are slightly higher today, 0.1% by a weaker dollar ahead of the next week's Federal Reserve meeting, and of course by a bigger crude stocks draw, as we saw on yesterday's Energy Information Administration report. US West Intermediate crude is higher with 9 cents versus the dollar at $49.86 a barrel. This is all from the most important news of today. We will keep you updated as usual. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.